In this video, I want to show you how to print resources that you may find on Moodle courses. Um, of course, you can't print a video and an audio file and those sorts of things, but when a material is available to you in text format, it's good to know how to do that. The first way that can be done is when you find a file. Like in this case, what I'm looking at is a PDF file, and as it happens, my browser has an automatic tool that allows it to open a PDF file without first needing it to download it into my own system. So I'm going to click on this and show you if you've got this capability, then a resource like this can be printed out simply by going to the print icon in the upper right corner of the item, hitting print and sending it to your printer. Now, if you're doing this on a campus computer, it's important that you recognize, that you remember that you have to bring your own paper or buy paper from the bookstore in order to use the printers on campus. If you're at home, of course, you can equip your printer as you like. But this is how you would download or you would print out a resource that you don't have to download. If the icon is such that when you click it, automatically it comes up showing that it's downloading to your system, then of course you can open that in, if it's a Microsoft Word file or an Excel spreadsheet or other document that has been uploaded to the Moodle site, you can always open that and then print it out using whatever applications work for you. Another thing that I want to show you, though, is sometimes students get quite frustrated working with Moodle books because these are multi-page documents. And oftentimes students don't know how to get them printed out. So I'm going to go to the book. The first thing I want to show you, though, is that oftentimes instructions will say go to the administration block and you can see to print out a book. Well, if you go into the administration block here, I'm not offered a print book option. The thing you have to remember is that you must be within the resource called Moodle Book in order for the display to show differently. Now, here I'm inside a Moodle book that has been written, and you see under the administration block that under book administration I have a choice of printing the book or printing a single chapter of a book. That allows me a lot of control over how much information I want to print out and at what time. So if I'm in this particular chapter, which is called What's New in Moodle 2.8, and I click to print this chapter, I'm going to get just this one chapter. And that will display in a window that I can resize according to the way that I want it to appear on screen. And then when I'm ready to print this particular chapter, if I like what I'm seeing and I think, okay, I want to print this chapter, I simply click the link in the upper left hand corner of that window and it opens up my printer settings. If we, one of the things that we need to be aware of is when we open the PDF, we're going to get the actual display that's going to be printed. This is going to be it's going to be a single page, and then I can choose from that preview whether or not to print it. In this case, I'm going to cancel out of this and close this down because I also want to show you what it looks like if I decide to print an entire book. It's the same process, and it looks very similar, except that from any of the chapters that you can see that I'm not just printing out the chapter where I was located, but this goes back to the beginning of the book. It prints out the table of contents, any graphics that may have been uploaded, and that sort of thing. One thing to be aware of is that any YouTube videos are going to show on screen like this, but when I go to actually print that out, the printer is not going to have the information it needs. So I'm going to just show what that looks like in a preview, just so that you can see that sometimes although the printing works and it gets you the text that you need, it doesn't always, you don't always have really pleasing results. So some of the graphics, notice that the heading and the headers sometimes run into each other. Some of the graphics are displaying, actually quite a lot of the graphics. But when you come down to the YouTube videos, there's just a blank window there because there's nothing the printer will be able to display with that. So if I click print at this point, this is pretty much what I'm going to get. It's readable. I have a lot of the information that's there, but there's some of the, particularly the media, won't be available to me. And that's how you print documents from Moodle pages.